So we'll never hear from Lariat again. It's done. The saga is over. Hello and welcome to episode 5 of that RowRowandKades podcast. This is about the 7th time I've recorded this intro, so bear with me. My name is Kelly. I'm also known as RowRowandKades. My main place that I'm on is Instagram and YouTube, but I'm also RowRowandKades on Ravelry and Facebook and other places, so you can find me all over the place. This is a knitting and designing podcast, and I'm based in the northeast of England. And if you are a new viewer, then welcome. I'm usually a bit more switched on. That's a lie, I'm not. And if you're returning, then welcome back to another episode. I don't know, thank you. Honestly, I am incredibly tired. My cat has decided to start meowing at the top of the stairs around 4 o'clock in the morning. He's done it for 2 nights in a row. I can't get to sleep for him, and it's because he wants to go out. But when you open the door to let him out, we don't have a cat flap because I'm in a rented house. So when you open the door to let him out, he won't go out because it's raining. But then he'll just stand at the top of the stairs crying to go out. He's driving us insane. Luckily, the kids are staying and sleeping through it, but me and Terry are not, and I'm really tired. So I've been up two days in a row at 4 in the morning, and then I've got to get kids to school and things like that. So I'm not actually going back to bed or anything. Yeah. So I'm not the happiest of bunnies, and I'm not the most wide awake either. So bear with me. So I'm going to crack straight on, I think, because I've done this a couple of times now. I keep making really stupid mistakes. So today, you can't really see it, but I am wearing my Cadwyn Headband, which is one of my designs. You can't really see it very well, but it's because my grey roots are terrible. I need to get booked into the hairdressers. So I thought I'd stick a headband on and hide it a little bit. But I'll put a picture up there of what the Cadwyn Headband actually looks like so you can see it. But that's one of my designs, just a little plug for you. Right, so finished objects, let's crack on. So the stitch on Sunday Blanket is still ongoing. And we've just done weeks 26 and 27, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so last week, not the week just gone, the week before, we had this one, which is hyacinths, and they're like little flowers. A bit hard for you to see the pattern sometimes. But yeah, so we had hyacinths, and someone pointed out that they looked like arrows, which I hadn't seen. But yeah, how can I make you see that better? But anyway, hyacinths, upside down, they look like arrows. So it doesn't matter which way you sew it in. Arrows or flowers, it's up to you. So that was week 26. Not very good, am I? And week 27, I'm pretty sure, was last week. And this is syncopated lace. So this is like a yarn over and knit 2 together on one row, and then knit 2 together, yarn over on the next one. So you've got like a kind of like a shimmying decrease and some little pearl bands. It's not garter because it's 2 rows pearl, 2 rows knit. But there you go. So that was syncopated lace and hyacinths. So we've got 13 weeks left of the blanket. It's not long. It's absolutely flown over. And yeah, cracking on with that. I'm knitting one at the minute. My next finished object is my Vapour socks. That's my dog laying down. So yes, I only have one on the blockers. The other one is done as well. But this is a stunning pattern by Curious Handmade, Helen Stewart. And I'll show you on here. It's a really well written pattern. It's really, really lovely. Definitely recommend. Really pretty. You can see the sparkle in me sock. So I can't wait to start wearing these. This yarn is beautiful. It's really, really soft. It's by Woolly Goodness. And it was a one-of-a-kind colourway. So it's like greens and pinks and then the sparkle in it. And it's really, really pretty. I have one little sadness. There must have been an error in the dyeing. And there's this tiny little blue speckle. In what I've got, luckily, in what I've got left, you can see it a lot. It's like, it's there in the yarn. But I was gutted. I was right down here when I realised that I had this speckle. I didn't want to pull it out. I will live with it, but I was a little bit gutted, I'm not going to lie. But, and forgive my dirty nails. They're not dirty. I've just took black nail varnish off. It looks like they're absolutely stinking. They're not. I've just been doing the garden. Now I'm going to touch all my knitwear. No. Right, my other finished object. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have already seen this. You will already know what's happened. Lariat. It is a finished object. Woo! But it's a finished object. So here it is. All done. Lean back. There's the back. You can see this, oops, gorgeous cable work. It's such a pretty design. It really, really is. However, it does not suit my body type at all. I'll put a picture in of what I look like in Lariat. I am going to keep the pictures, and one day I will go back and fix what I need to fix. But basically it needs a deeper V neck, it needs to be longer, and the arms need to be wider, and I need shaping in the waist. There's just so much that I would need to do, and I've completely fallen out of love with it. I just don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to look at it. So it is getting frogged. I am, after all that work, but I could sit and cry about it, or I could look for the next pattern for this yarn, because this yarn is gorgeous. So I am going to do that. I've already got an idea of a couple of designs that I'm looking at. So yes, it is getting frogged. I'm going to use the yarn for something else, because the yarn is beautiful. I am not knocking the pattern whatsoever. I think the pattern is well written, and if you are of that figure, it's stunning, but I am not. I have big boobs and chunky hips, and I need shaping. Anything that just hangs straight off my boobs just makes me look loads bigger than I actually am. And I don't like the crop top aesthetic. I know a lot of people do, and it's really popular at the minute, and that's fine, but it's just not for me. So yeah, Lariat is getting frogged. So we'll never hear from Lariat again. It's done. The saga is over. You'll be happy to know. I think, how many episodes? 4 episodes of blooming podcast about Lariat. And all I needed to do was sew it up. Honestly, well, it's sewn up, and now it's getting pulled out again. Oh. So that is it for finished objects. Not a lot, because like I say, well, to be fair, I didn't really have much to finish. I had Lariat, the socks, pink Fizz, and I've still got autumn leaves, which is over there. I'm not even going to bother showing you. I only have the sleeves to knit, and I've kind of put it in hibernation because I was going to say it's summer and I don't need it right now, but it's absolutely pouring down today, but it is also quite warm still. So I I still don't need it just this minute. So it's kind of, I don't want to knit it. And I will later on in the year. So what I have been doing this week, I concentrated massively on Pink Fizz. I really wanted to get a big chunk of it done, and I have. I will show you. So last week when I showed it to you, oh, I just got stabbed by a needle, thank you. Last week when I showed it to you and it was like huge, turned out I'd read the pattern wrong. So basically in the pattern you follow the chart and you do the chart once, and then it tells you to do the chart again, which is what I was doing. But what I'd missed is it says do the chart again to a certain measurement. I think it was 14 inches. Well, mine was like 21 inches or something by the time I pulled it out. I did pull it back because it was just, I was knitting it and thinking, this is insane. I feel like I'm knitting a dress. What's going on? And then I read the pattern again. So if you're knitting Pink Fizz, be aware that you do knit it to a measurement. It's probably just me not noticing, but someone else did say, who's knitting Pink Fizz, she did say, oh, I thought you had to knit the chart twice. So just be aware that you don't knit the chart twice. You do, but you knit to a certain measurement. I wanted mine quite long. I like things that cover my bum sometimes, not completely, but just I can pull them down around my bum. So I left mine at 17 inches before starting my armholes. So it was still a little bit longer than the pattern says. And then I started the armholes. So I'll show you. So we've got armholes and we're fastened up. We've got the neck. The neck's a bit smaller than I thought it was going to be, but yes, Pink Fizz. So, thoughts so far, right. I've been knitting this on a Friday night while having a few drinks, as you know. Last Friday, I got to, right, you separate for the armholes and then you have to work flat on the lace, which is okay once you get your head around the purl two together through the back loop and the purl two together and everything, which isn't that hard. You know which way your decreases are going, so you can follow it. That's not the hard bit. Then I got to the shoulders, and the shoulders are short row. You can see it's sloped. The shoulders are short row, and I was on the front because you do the front first, and I'd had a few rums. And you have to, so you knit across and then you cast off the neck and then you join another ball of yarn here and you knit across and then you knit back and then you get the other ball of yarn, you knit back. So you're knitting it together at the same time with two balls of yarn. You're also going backwards and forwards and you're doing short rows over this lace. So you've got to work out where you are in the chart. That was far too much for my drunken brain to do. I was just like, I can't do this. So I put it down. I wasn't an idiot and just tried. I started to read what I had to do and I was like, that ain't happening tonight. So I casted on something else, which I'll show you in a minute. And I finished this during the day over the last couple of days. I did the short rows for the front and then I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to get these shoulders together. So I did all the rest of the back. I did the up here and did the short rows in the back. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky doing the short rows over the lace because you don't know where you are and you've got to kind of count across and everything, but it's good. It's good. It's an enjoyable knit. You do need to be able to read your lace. And then the other thing I changed, the shoulders are a 3 needle cast off. If you haven't done a 3 needle cast off before, it leaves like a ridge. It leaves like a ridge going down, like the cast off ridge. Now in the pattern, she tells you to do it right side facing, so the ridge is along the top here. and I did it with one and I just didn't like it in this yarn. I looked at the pattern again because I had noticed that when I'd first bought the pattern. So I looked at Andrea Mowry's pictures and I can see it in her pictures, but it's really, it's like delicate because of the yarn she's used, but this is because I'm using DK rather than the 4-ply and the mohair together. It's a bit more chunky, and it just looked like I wasn't able to sew my jumper upright. We know what happens there. So I pulled it out and I did it on the inside, so I've got my shoulder seams on the inside and I prefer that. But that's just personal preference, that's just how I wanted it. So yes, so now for Pink Fizz, I've got sleeves to knit, which I just stocking stitch, there's no patterning on them then. And I've got the neck ribbon to do, and that's it. Done. I'm not saying it's going to be done next week. I have a feeling it might hibernate for a little bit now because like my falling leaves, not autumn leaves, like my falling leaves jumper, I don't need it at the minute, so I don't know. We'll see. I have really enjoyed it, but now, like I say, it's stocking stitch sleeves. It's not much fun there, is there? But then it's a Friday night with a rum, so yeah, it might quite keep me right, mightn't it? Just shut up and knit some stocking stitch while you have your drink. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But yes, I was glad to get that bit done. So on Friday, like I said, I did cast on something new. I was just thinking that, but my brain went there because I was thinking I've pulled it out of that bag. This is a really tatty bag that I made years ago. It's horrible. It's just something I shove things in. Right. So I cast on a new sock design. This is, you see that? This is, I've got it here. This is Enchanted Yarn. There's her label. That's probably going to be backwards because it was last week. My other phone doesn't do it backwards. This one does. I can't really do anything about that, I don't think. I'll try. This is in the Pixie Dust colourway. It's a sock, 4-ply yarn, sock yarn, and it is 80% BFL and 20% nylon. So it's really good sock yarn and it's such a beautiful colour. And this is how it's knitting up. Showing the stocking stitch. So it's really pretty. It's got loads of different colours in it. So I started on Friday. I basically did the cuff. I knew how much to cast on, and I did the cuff, and that was it because I was having a drink and I knit slower. But I had a different pattern in mind that I was going to do, which is one that I've had in mind for a long time. But when I was knitting it on this yarn, it's so variegated that the lace just disappeared. You couldn't see it. So I pulled it out and I bought another skein to do that design on because I need an excuse to buy more yarn, of course. So I started something else yesterday. Are you going to focus for me? So it's got, but again, I think it's getting swallowed up. I can't even get it to show you properly on here. So I think I'm gonna, yeah, it's just, everything's getting swallowed up in it. It's so pretty and I love it. But it's not, it's one of those things with variegated yarns, isn't it? Some things just get swallowed with it. So I'm gonna think of another idea to use that yarn for socks. I'm gonna think of another idea. I'm going to come up with something else. I don't think I'm going to use lace on it. Well, I will because I'm addicted, but a basic, easy, like simple, easy to stand out sort of lace. That's what I'm going to try. The other thing I was going to show you, last episode I was talking about the variegated yarn that I had from hedgerow fibres, and is it hedgerow? No, hedgerow yarns, and I had the peach, and I was talking about the peach top and doing a fade, and pretty much everyone was saying do the fade, do the fade. So I am. So I haven't been able to start, but what I did manage to do was cake the variegated yarn, and it made me realise that it will work well. Once it was caked, I thought that's gonna look lovely, isn't it? I hope. So I'm hopefully gonna cast that on this week. I think I'm gonna give it a go. That's why I'm thinking Pink Fizz might be hibernating, because I might be casting that on instead, because it's going to be a summer top, and I think that's what I want to do. I've got my holidays in August, and yeah, I'd like a new snazzy top that I've made myself for my holidays. It's also the 6 weeks holidays for our kids in the next couple of weeks, and so I don't know what the podcasting situation is going to be like. I will do my best, but it could be a disaster. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So that is it for whips and finished objects. Like I say, just it's been a funny old week. I've got 3 things in testing, and I think that's part of the reason that I haven't really wanted to design anything that was big brain, and I haven't really wanted to, I don't know, I haven't casted anything on because I'm kind of consumed by test knits. I've got the Moonglade dress, which I haven't got here to show you at the minute, but that's the little kids dress with the lace along the bottom and the lacy sleeves. I'll show you it before it's released. I have the Ballad of the Tenderfoot socks, which I also haven't got, but they're with the plain vanilla socks with the garter panel going down the ankle, down the side of the foot, it was to teach people how to knit socks. So it's in the instep, so they learn where the instep is as opposed to the foot. So I've got those 2 in testing. I've also got this. Oh, this is another bag that I do like making project bags. I'm just not great at them at the minute. I haven't done them for so long. I've also got an old shawl that I made for Let's Knit magazine. That's in testing as well. This is Ode to Gabriel. So it's a crescent shawl. How much can you see? And it has this, here's me peeking out from the bottom. Hi! It has this lace on the bottom. Let's have a look. Which looks like angels and angel wings, hence the name Ode to Gabriel. So this was released in Let's Knit magazine. I can't remember when, a few years ago. And now I'm allowed to release it myself. But when it was in Let's Knit, it didn't have a chart. So I've done the chart for it. And I want to get the chart tested. But it kind of like, I'm not a shawl wearer. I knit them for magazines, but I'm not really one myself. But it kind of, someone said it hugs you like an old friend, and I thought that was lovely. It just sits on your shoulders really nice, just drapes there. So it's kind of like a little accent top, I think, shawl. So yeah, so that's Ode to Gabriel. That's currently in testing. So it's already on Ravelry. It just needs re-releasing as soon as the testers are finished. So that's that. And the only other thing I've got to show you is acquisitions. So the yarn that Lariat was knitted in was I can't remember, Fleurville, Yarn Collective yarn collective in Fleurville, and it was in the colourway Poppy. And the other day I went on to Lovecrafts and it was on offer. It had money off again, which is how I got Poppy in the first place. This is, oh, they're Brunia. So I got 3 skeins of the Brunia colourway because I've got a summery top in mind that I've been wanting to design for a while. Problem is, it's probably a bit late in the year for me to do it now. So I'll probably work slowly on it and bring it out for next year. But the colourway it's like a silvery grey. And in the pictures on Lovecraft, it didn't look like that. It looked more variegated and I don't know, like it had like flecks of like a wheaty colour in there, and it looked really pretty. And when it come, I was a little bit disappointed, but it's fine. It'll knit up fine, and it's still a pretty colour. I do like grey. Grey goes with everything, doesn't it? I have another acquisition that I haven't got with me, so hang on a second, because it's beautiful. Okay, so I am about to do a giveaway here today, but I hit 4,000 followers on Instagram early this week. It's only Tuesday today, over the weekend. I hit 4,000 followers and I haven't done a giveaway on there for ages, so I thought I'll do a giveaway. Now, when I decided I was doing a giveaway here, I bought some yarn from Enchanted Yarn, and I told her it was going to be for a giveaway on YouTube. and I only bought one, and when it arrived, I regretted it. I really wanted one for myself. So when I decided to do the giveaway on Instagram as well, I bought some yarn from Hedgerow Yarns, but when I seen it, I knew that I wouldn't be able to give it away, so I bought 2. So if you want to head over to Instagram and join in with the giveaway, it's up and running now, because I'm about to do it as soon as I finish this. It's going to be up and running, and you will be in with a chance to win the yarn I'm about to show you. So basically, this is what I got. So this is Hedgerow Yarns, and it's like a speckled mane. This is a sock set, obviously, and then you get this mauve mini, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's called Ragdoll, and I'm just completely in love with it. So I'm so glad I got 2. If I only got 1, then there wouldn't have been a giveaway. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so I can't wait to make something with that. So that's one acquisition I've got. She also, I think it's Jane from Hedgerow Yarns. If it's not, I'm so sorry. But in my head, it's Jane. But she, because I'd bought 2 skeins, she sent me a free mini skein. So I got this lilac-y mini skein as well, which is lovely. And what I didn't show you ages ago was when I got the green, the silky one that I'm going to knit the fade in. This was also in with this little mini skein. That's from Hedgerows as well, and that's just beautiful. Can you see that's focusing on me? So that's another little mini skein that I'd got. Now, and finally, when I told Enchanted Yarn, Nina at Enchanted Yarn, when I told her that I would be using her yarn in a giveaway on here, she threw in some mini skeins as well. And she said that I could keep the mini skeins for me, or I could put them in the giveaway. So I've put some in the giveaway, but I kept one because I liked it too much. So this is the one that I'm keeping for me. It's beautiful. So that's from Enchanted Yarns, that mini skein. I don't know the colourway or anything, but it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I'm not really one for mini skeins, but I'm starting to get a few. So I'm going to start doing different coloured socks, heels and toes on the socks, which will be fun. So that's it. So I have nothing else to share with you other than the giveaway stuff, which is obviously... So the giveaway, we have, like I said, we've got yarn from Enchanted Yarns. So we've got this, which is, did I not put the label in? I think it's called Sprinkle of Magic. I think it's something like that, but it's absolutely beautiful. So it's got all these beautiful colours in, and I didn't get one for me, and I'm gutted. Might have to get one next time she puts some up. And then there's also these 2 mini skeins to go with. So you can see they all... You could do your heels and your toes if you wanted to. They'd all match beautiful. So there's those, and you also get a couple of sets of stitch markers from me. They're focusing. Can't tell if they're focused or not. And so you get the stitch markers, you get the yarn and the minis. Show them the right way, that would help, wouldn't it? Yarn and the minis, and you would also get 2 patterns of your choice from my pattern catalogue. So any 2 patterns that you want, you can have. So to enter, you need to pop a comment below, subscribe to my channel, pop a comment below, and just tell me what you would knit with the beautiful Sprinkle of Magic yarn. And I would love it if you would pop over to Nina at Enchanted Yarn as well and just give her a little hello, because she's started podcasting again and she's brilliant. And she always puts a smile on my face. She's so excited. So yeah, if you could go across and give her a little bit of love, I would really appreciate that. But that's not part of the giveaway. You don't have to do that. But if you can subscribe to me, like the video, and yeah, pop a comment in and just let me know what you would knit with the Sprinkle of Magic, and I will draw the giveaway in next episode. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I don't think I've got anything else. Sorry if I've been a bit subdued. I feel like I've been a bit... I don't know if I have. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. But hopefully next time I'll be a bit more perky, and I'll have some more stuff to show you, hopefully. So have a lovely rest of your day, and happy